What up, everyone? Gabriel Santos from gfsantos.com, and today the topic of the video is what is the number one skill that you must develop in order to be free from weed addiction, or to quit weed, or to have self-control. And mind you, this skill is not just important for weed, it's important for any area of life when it comes to taking action according to your plan, okay? So the number one skill is integrity. And what I mean by integrity is doing what you said you're gonna do when you said you would do it, all right? So for example, let's start with the weed thing. If you said today you're not gonna smoke weed, well, guess what? With integrity, you don't smoke weed. And at the same time, if you say, in 1 week I'm gonna smoke weed if I had gone to the gym 3 times a week, well, guess what? Use integrity to go to the gym 3 times a week, and then you use integrity to then smoke weed at the end of the week when you said you would, only if you had done the working out. And so the question then is, how do you develop integrity? So the only way, just like with any other muscle, like a physical muscle, the only way to get it stronger, right, is to lift. And at first, for example, let's say this is a dumbbell, or let's say this is a dumbbell, okay? If my baseball bat is a dumbbell, when you first start, you can only lift so much. Like, let's say it's 10 pounds, and you can only do that 3 times, right? And it's weak, and maybe you can't even do it once, like you're like, right? But the next time you try, you'll be able to lift it a little higher. And then the next time you can lift it a couple times. And then the time after that, you can do it like that, right? And then you increase the weight, you increase all kinds of stuff because you're just stronger, right? Same thing goes with integrity. So the first time that it's time to say, for example, weed, it's time to say no, right? Like the urges come, it's the end of the day, you typically smoke a joint at this time of the day. You know, all of your habits are coming into play, but the plan was to not smoke. And so, your only objective with integrity is to just follow through. Follow through. And on that first day, it's going to suck. It's going to be like, just like the first time lifting and the first time running in a long time, it's like, oh my God. Like, your brain is like, this sucks, we're suffering, your body's aching, it's hard to move, it's hard to breathe. Just like with integrity with weed, that first day you have to say no, it's like, oh God, I don't want to do this. And there's going to be this battle in your mind, like, should we do it, should we not do it? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. You'll spend 3 hours laying on the couch having this whole conversation in your mind that's like, should we do it, should we not do it? What are the pros, what are the cons? What's the big deal, what's not the big deal? Blah, 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 blah. And here's the thing. If you're someone who smoked weed for a long time and has demonstrated a lack of control, you've built a muscle, but in the opposite direction of integrity. You've built the muscle of a lack of integrity. And so now you have the strong-ass muscle of saying yes when you mean to say no, right? It's time to say no. You're building this integrity muscle of saying no, but you have this other muscle that says yes all the time. And so now you're battling against this force, right? And so when you first start, you can expect this struggle, right? But when you say no that first time and you follow through, your muscle goes up. This is just an excuse for me to flex, right? Your muscle goes up. You say no again the second day, muscle goes up. Third day, muscle goes up. Fourth day, and by the month, your muscle's pretty big. By 8 months, your muscle's pretty huge, right? So now you develop this muscle of saying no, okay? And what you'll discover is that because you have a big muscle, you've trained yourself to say yes when it's time to say yes and say no when it's time to say no. Now you can just move your body in congruency with your choices and your plans. And that's why I say that even if you've demonstrated a history of addiction, if you have the muscle of integrity, then really, addiction really isn't the question anymore, because it's all about having the backbone and the strength to follow through with your plans and what you say you're going to do. That's why when 2 weeks ago, when I smoked weed on back-to-back days for 4 days, which I hadn't done in months, in a long time, After the 4th day, I was like, I don't really like this right now. And so I'm like, I'm done. After this 4th day, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna chill off of weed for a while. And on that 5th day, because of my integrity muscle, it was easy. It was easy. And I had no doubts that I would follow through. No doubts. And that level of certainty in my ability to commit and follow through is only born because of the muscle that I've built, the muscle of integrity. And so the number one skill, the number one muscle that I advise that people develop, not just for weed control, but for any type of self-control. It doesn't matter if it's food, doesn't matter if it's working out, doesn't matter if it's business-related activities, doesn't matter if it's just being there for people in your life. The number one thing is integrity. All right, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please like the video if you loved it, and leave your comments down below on what you would like me to talk about next, or just anything you have to share. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram at Gabe_Santos. And until then, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.